They can take your world. They can take your heart. Cut you loose from all you know. But if it's your fate, then every step forward will always be a step closer to home.
A story almost 17 years in the making, Kingdom Hearts 3 brings the long-awaited conclusion to the Dark Seeker Saga. With plenty of tears both of joy and despair, Kingdom Hearts 3 feels exactly how I imagined it, a bookend that'll have you face your fears of what lies ahead where nothing is simple and clean. This is a story built upon not just Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, but the entirety of the Kingdom Hearts series thus far. Yes, that means the spin-off games and the mobile game. If you're watching this review wondering if you should just jump straight into 3 without any context prior, you'll be doing yourself an incredible disservice. Kingdom Hearts 3's narrative is built upon the foundation started by the previous games, providing a major payoff for those that stuck around so far. Taking place after the events of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance and the ending of Fragmentary Passage, the story has you following Sora and his friends as they gather the 7 Guardians of Light. These Guardians of Light are Keyblade wielders needed to stop the evil Master Xehanort, who at the same time is seeking out his own 13 wielders of darkness. Legend has it that when these 13 pieces of darkness and 7 pieces of light clash together, the mythical Keyblade would be created, the very same weapon that Xehanort is after. The 25 to 30 hour adventure had me smiling, crying, and laughing the entire time. As a fan of the series so far, there's a lot of genuine heartfelt moments that I've been waiting so long to see. Likewise, the narrative had some of the most brutal scenes in the series by far. It lives up to the climactic conclusion that the series has been building up for years now. Sure, some of the common tropes of the Kingdom Hearts series are still here, like very odd dialogue choices, but even comedic characters like Donald and Goofy get their own time to shine. Certainly, one of the best parts of Kingdom Hearts 3's story is how well the Disney worlds are treated. Rather than just being complete retellings of the movies, they feel much more original this time. While some still follow their film story, most have an original premise to them and actually feel like part of the grander Kingdom Hearts narrative. In general, it helped make sure that the pacing of the story flowed smoothly despite each world feeling so completely different from one another. In the end, Kingdom Hearts 3's story succeeds in living up to the expectations that many have set for themselves. The conclusion, though somewhat predictable to some extent, still managed to take me by surprise with an ending that had me eagerly waiting for the epilogue and secret movie to come out. The Dark Seeker Saga may be over, but in true Nomura fashion, Kingdom Hearts 3 leaves you itching to find out what comes next. Kingdom Hearts 3 feels like a culmination of all the different battle mechanics that the series has experimented with throughout the years. At its core, it feels a lot like Kingdom Hearts 2's RPG mechanics. Sora and his team use AP to add new abilities, different Keyblades have different stats, and so on. What has changed mostly is the battle gameplay, and it's so much more fun. I've always enjoyed Kingdom Hearts' combat despite it occasionally being a bit spammy of attack buttons in earlier games. Kingdom Hearts 3 on the other hand feels so much more fleshed out where there's always something going on in battle. Every single Keyblade now has a transformation that turns it into these amazing looking finishers. In one instance you're swinging your Keyblade and in another it'll transform into a pair of magic wielding guns or an electric shield. The transformations are beautifully animated and flow smoothly throughout combat. Also new to the battle mechanics are attractions, and you can think of them sort of like summons, although they're based on Disneyland rides, perfect for crowd control. Summons also make a return, bringing some new faces to the series like the recent Wreck-It Ralph films. Across the handful of Disney worlds, each one has a gameplay quirk that changes up the feeling of the combat. For example, in the Toy Story world, you can get into these giant toy mech suits that completely change up the combat. Additionally, the amount of characters in your party has gone up to 5, letting you quickly switch between performing a limit with Donald and Goofy, only to immediately follow up with the special attack with the help of a Disney friend. Altogether, these new additions, along with the refinements of the battle system, made combat so addicting. Where in previous games I tried to avoid fights at times to continue the story at a faster pace, in Kingdom Hearts 3 I actively chased them down. Outside of the combat, you'll travel to different worlds across the Disney universe. They all feel so much grander than before, even the ones that aren't entirely new. Twilight Town, for example, cuts away the loading screens, making one uniform world to explore. On the other hand, Mount Olympus gets a brand new area to explore that feels so much bigger than what it was in Kingdom Hearts 2. The worlds aren't just far in view and distance, but there's actually verticality to them now. Ultimately, it made exploring each one of them a better experience, even those that were in previous installments. Getting from one world to another is once again done by the gummy ship, and I personally haven't been a big fan of the mechanic in previous games. I thought the sequences were just padding in previous entries, and while I'm not entirely in love with it in Kingdom Hearts 3, it's definitely better. Instead of just being one mindless on-rail system, the gummy ship is now a complete 360-degree exploration sequence. If you just want to boost over to the next world, you can. If you want to fight some enemies or look for treasures on the way, you can do that too. The options to build and create your own ships like before are still here, but the general gameplay design feels much more entertaining. When I first started Kingdom Hearts 3, I was eager to get into all the story cutscenes and just find out how my favorite series would end. However, as I played, not only was I excited to keep learning more about the story, but I was equally excited to visit a new world, get a new Keyblade transformation, jump into battles, and so on. It's easily one of my favorite RPG combat systems, and it features some of the best boss battles in the series to go along with them. Kingdom Hearts 3 continues the visual style that was established in Kingdom Hearts 0.2, A Fragmentary Passage. Using the Unreal Engine, both old and new pieces of the Kingdom Hearts series have been completely remade in 3D. Despite being built on the same tech, Kingdom Hearts 3 looks a bit better than 0.2, with character models having a bit more life to them. From the details on characters' pieces of clothing to the lighting in the environment, it looks beautiful. Personally, I'm a big fan of how combat sequences can easily become a fireworks show and a plethora of different attacks and limits. Seeing all the different particle effects spark up lights and then immediately transition to a fully animated limit or summon, it flows so perfectly. The art style also does an incredible good job at recreating the style of many different Disney properties in Kingdom Hearts. Hanging out in the Toy Story world looks like something Pixar would have made in the early 2000s. Seeing comparisons between the Tangled film and Kingdom Hearts looks surprisingly comparable. Some of these examples look truly astonishing, and if anything, it helps further sell how natural this collaboration is done. Now I played on a PS4 Pro and an Xbox One X for my review, and both target 4K 60. The PS4 Pro resorts to checkerboard upscaling for its resolution, and while 60 FPS is hit most of the time, I did see a few dips on the PS4 Pro. Xbox One X on the other hand has a much more stable performance. You do have the option to switch between prioritizing the resolution or the frame rate if you're playing on an enhanced console. I personally recommend getting it on the One X for the best performance, but you can still have a good time just playing on a PS4 Pro. The Kingdom Hearts series has always been known for its music, simple and clean, Sanctuary, and the collection of feeling-inducing instrumentals that get my heart racing every time. All of them have become iconic, and Kingdom Hearts 3 continues that trend. Face My Fears, despite being so different from a composition standpoint from previous theme songs in the series, somehow finds a way to fit in with the theme of Kingdom Hearts, and it's easily become one of my favorite songs recently. Voice acting throughout the campaign is also well done. Despite some of the Disney characters not being played by their original voice actors, I still found their performances to be believable and compelling. The same goes for the main cast of non-Disney characters. Sure, there are some odd dialogue choices here and there, but that's more pointed to the game's writing than the acting in this case. At any rate, Kingdom Hearts 3 features some of the most goosebump-inducing performances in the series so far. Seeing those that have been cheerful and full of hope up to this point, see their darkest point. After waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 for so long, I'm happy to say from a story standpoint, it completely lived up to my expectations while exceeding them on the gameplay front. Visiting the many Disney worlds and fighting alongside my friends was a complete joy, while the climactic ending was everything I was hoping for. It was a long wait, and there's no doubt about it, but it was one that was well worth it. I give Kingdom Hearts 3 a 9.5 out of 10. If you enjoyed my review, then be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more reviews every single week. You can also join my Discord in the description down below. I'm sort of just relaunching it right now and being way more active on there, so if you want to talk Kingdom Hearts with me, there's the place to do so. Thank you all very much for watching, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one.